Hey there, Trevor here from Double Wheel Movies. Well, it's been a little while since I've done a video. I thought I'd do something a little bit different for me. It's going to be not a top 10 list because there's 15 titles, but just a list of films that I think if you were to put them on, you'd have a real sort of getting a video out the video store experience. Even though they're on Blu-ray, but just putting them in, the way they look, the kind of films they are, to me, they sort of hark back to that, going to the video store and renting a VHS. So yeah, let's see what they are. Now, they're in no particular order. It's not like a best of or anything, but this one, to me, is a 10 out of 10 film. I really like it. It has two names, Hospital Massacre, or the other name is X-Ray. I do have it on 4K over there, but for this purpose, I thought I'd show you my 88 slasher version. So that's X-Ray, or Hospital Massacre, as I said. This one's cool. I really hope it gets a 4K. I really quite like this film. The opening scene's a bit grim, especially for animal lovers, because yes, this is called Slaughterhouse. Great film, really cool kind of character, just everything you want in a sort of a horror villain type thing. But yeah, I hope that gets a 4K soon. But it has that kind of look and vibe to it that it will give you that VHS sort of feel. Now this one I first saw as one of my YouTube horrors, and then a couple of years ago, when my wife and I were on holiday, I was watching. Well, I was doing 31 Days of Horror, so I had to carry on doing it while we were on holiday. And I'm very lucky to have a wife that allowed me to do that whilst we were away. But this was one of them we watched, and it's Parasite. I think it's Demi Moore's first film. I now have 3D glasses, so at some point I can try this in 3D. But yeah, this has got that same sort of really cool aesthetic, slight sort of creature feature thing. Now here's another one, and it's called The Nest, not to be mixed up with The Nesting. I think The Nesting has, I can't remember what the curly bladed tool, it's not a weapon, shouldn't be anyway, but no, this one's cool, about some scientists doing some research and whatever, and things go a bit awry. Now one of my favourites, I think this was a blind buy from Arrow, or maybe it was one of my YouTube horrors, I can't remember. Anyway, no, it was one of my YouTube horrors. But I was so glad when this came out on Blu-ray, and I really hope it gets a 4K, and it is Squirm. Great film. The special effects are essentially real, the worms are real, the teeth in the worms are real, just the sound they make isn't real. But yeah, really cool 70s film. This one's a slightly trippy 70s film, but again, just gives you that sort of, takes me back to watching VHS, watching films. I didn't watch many horror films when I was younger, it's only now, but it does take me back to that same feeling of when I used to rent out films from the video store. There's another 70s film called Tourist Trap. Like I said, a bit weird, but pretty cool film. Another Arrow title, another film that I definitely watched on my YouTube horrors. I now also have this on 4K up there somewhere, and it is Incredible Melting Man. Such a brilliant film, such great effects, does everything you want as a horror film. Yeah, really good film. Now, this was the very first YouTube horror that I watched, and I must have either fallen asleep or it must have been a heavily cut version, because that version I watched wasn't very good, and I was like, okay. But then I thought, you know what, I want to see it again, uncut, see if it's as good as it kind of should be. And it was. I really enjoyed it. It's called The Forest. This is the code red version. It's very hard to get now with the slipcover on it. But yeah, wouldn't mind seeing if that gets a 4K at some point. Hopefully someone will do it. Picture on this is not bad actually. For code red, apparently don't tend to do very good picture quality. But now this was one from the 88 Vault. A film I'd never sort of heard of or seen before until I got it. The slasher collection and the sort of the Vault collection are the only two that I want to complete or keep completed, and it is Pigs. I keep falling asleep through this though, and it's not because it's boring, so I need to watch it when I'm really nice and awake so I can watch the whole film and experience it properly. Yeah, that's a great film. This was a horror film that I just sort of found on YouTube whilst we were on that same holiday and I was doing my 31 days of Halloween. And it's, yeah, turned out to be really good. So I tracked down a version and Vinegar Syndrome released it called Curfew. Just a really cool sort of home invasion kind of film. Not as hard-hitting as like House on the Edge of the Park or Last House on the Left or anything like that, but still there's some really good stuff in it. Really enjoyed that one. This was a blind buy. Pretty sure I saw Bumper had picked it up from one of his Vinegar Syndrome hauls, and there were still slips available, so I went on the website and picked it up. And it is Scared to Death. Now, there's elements of this film that appear in another big blockbuster film, and it's almost as if that big blockbuster film copied this one. So you watch this and see where you think which film I'm talking about. Can't show you the back, but yeah, it's a cool film. MGM title here. There is a 4K that's just come out. I can't remember who's released it. I haven't been able to get it yet because, yeah, been a bit tight with money at the moment. But so anyway, this is 88's Blu-ray release of it, and it is Humanoids from the Deep. This was another one of my YouTube horrors. So yeah, if you don't know what that is, what's he talking about, YouTube horrors? I have a series somewhere in one of my playlists called the YouTube horrors, and go watch it and find out. Now this was cool. Film that I'd never seen before until 88 released it. So it's a nice light-hearted horror. There's nothing really dark or gory about it, but it's just one of these really cool sort of films, and it's Ghost Town. Yep, kind of self-explanatory really, but really good film, really worth that kind of experience of going to the video store and getting out a cool film because of a cool cover. You know, you see a cover and you think, oh, that film looks great, and you watch it and invariably they are great. Sometimes they turn out to be utter crap. Another one from 88, and yeah, I hadn't seen this one before either. Not a YouTube horror, but definitely worth watching, and I can't wait to watch it on my projector on the big screen. And it is Prison. So what a cover that is, huh? Anyway, so last one now. This is from the 88 Slasher collection. Again, I hadn't heard of it until they released it, but it is Mountaintop Motel Massacre. Now that lady's in it, it's a bit sort of weird, but the rest of it is really, really cool. That's probably a much better representation cover. Yeah, really cool film. So there you go. There's 15 Blu-rays that you can get and kind of have that been to the video store experience of the old days, 80s and 90s kind of thing. So let me know if you've seen any of those. Let me know if you haven't seen any of those and you want to check them out. Yeah. Sorry it's been a while. Got rid of the facial hair because I was bored. But anyway, yes, there you go. There's a little video for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up. I'm still around, still sort of doing things, still thinking of ideas, and just finding the time to do it nowadays. But anyway, till the next video, take it easy.